Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Torchwood review. I am Dav Ross and I'm a Whovian, and today I review Torchwood Meat. So this is an episode from 2008 in the second series where the Torchwood team investigate a crash and find that there's meat that doesn't look like Earth kind of meat, and they soon discover that this is alien meat and that these people have been getting this meat from an alien. And also Gwen's fiance Rhys, because it's one of his company lorries that crash. He notices Gwen is at that crash site and then questions her about it, and then that is when the cat's out of the bag. Rhys finds out about Gwen working for Torchwood. She introduces him to the team, and then he actually ends up helping them out with this whole ordeal, only to find that the meat is being harnessed from this big blob of an alien that they've been harnessing it from and torturing it. And then the team have no choice but to put it out of its misery and let it die, and of course they take down the guys responsible. Then Gwen is told by Jack to make Rhys forget with an amnesia pill, but feels that he deserves to remember a good deed he did, and she trusts him enough to keep it a secret. So that's the story there. What did I like about this one? Well, this one was definitely in the dark zone and was quite bleak. A few small comedic moments in there, like when they order pizza, it's the meat feast and they're picking the meat out of their pizzas. Also, we see Rhys as well get a bit of spotlight, knowing, finding out about Gwen working for Torchwood. And also we find out in the end it's quite tragic. It's a big alien that obviously fell through the rift and grew bigger and bigger into a big blob until it gets its meat harnessed from it and they sell it on the black market. Yeah. Good visual effects on that creature though. I thought the effects were good on that one, even though it's a bit dated now, but this was the late 2000s. Also, I feel that, Owen, playing Rhys, gets his time to shine. He, confronts Gwen once and for all about this job she's working at, and it's at Torchwood. And also Myles as well, I feel did a good one. And along with, John Barrowman, who took a more of a support role seat in this, but I thought, had his time to shine. The rest of the crew, I feel were more like background supporting characters in this one, but like I say, every episode tends to feature on something different with the characters and that, etc. And, but everyone gets their screen time. Also, I thought the hub setting as well for the Torchwood team still looked good as always, and we get them dark elements, the swearing. Yeah, we do get a bit of dull drama here and there. I feel that the execution was a bit, but it was just a good filler episode. Nothing to really, like it's standalone episode, nothing to like watch episodes to watch before or anything like that. It's just its own episode, which is what I liked about Torchwood in the day, when it had its standalone stories and no teasers for what were to come in the finale, even though the next episode did. But yeah, if only Torchwood kept that format. But obviously, the first two series, in my opinion, are the best ones. So yeah, so what am I going to rate this one? I will give the performances an 8, the writing an 8, the visuals a 7, and my personal, I'll give it an 8. So yeah, there you go. There's this week's Torchwood review. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Torchwood review. So, until next time, run for your life.